Welcome to this series where we are playing Transport Fever 2. In this part, what I want to do is set up the mixed load train routes down by Nuneaton. And by mixed loads, I mean the passenger and goods running in the same train. But before that, I just want to give you an update of where we are, because I've done a few changes. I've been tinkering with this line up here to try and get more food to Gainsborough using the rail line. And to be honest, it hasn't been that successful. I mean, we are getting some more actual goods coming into here. In fact, it looks a bit like these guys might need some extra trains. But because I've been tinkering at the moment, things are a little bit unstable. So I'm quite happy just to leave this the way it is. You can see the demand is 138 food, but we're only delivering 66. But I was having a real problem getting the food out to here. So what I've actually done now, plus the fact that this station, I was getting a queue here of trains, and trains not waiting in a queue is bad news. You lose money. So what I've done is I've created two lines here. We've got Gainsborough Crops 2, which is running down here, but it's also bringing food up to here. But I think you can see here there's a bit of a queue in there, and if I go over to Stanisford over here and we click on that, you'll see that we've got a little bit of demand for food here, but this line isn't working, but we'll be working on that in the future. Now, the other thing I want to show you while we're up here is the emissions in Gainsford. You can see it's still pretty bad. By moving the station out here, we've eased some of the problem. And by changing the bread delivery route, we've eased it. But I've got a problem with the trucks coming in here, but we'll be dealing with that in the next video. Now, the potential problem I've got here is that this train and the trains coming from here are sharing the same route. I don't know whether you are. No, you're Gainsborough Crops and Food. But so we've got a potential problem here, which I mean may need to fix. I've kind of, well, we'll work on that later on. So that is the general situation up here. Now, obviously, I've been playing on a little bit, trying to get the routes and things settled down. Plus, I did a bit of building, which I'll show you. So we've got a few more new vehicles. If I come in here and just show you the vehicles, we've got a new a tram, which is electric, and it's actually got a lot lower emissions than the steam tram. So we've got potential here, but the trouble is you can see the cost. Oh no, the costs are the same. So we could possibly fix some of our problems by putting in the steam trams in this tram station. Something that we're going to be certainly going to be looking at. Now the other thing is, if I can find a road depot. We've also got a new DMG can set, which is hasn't got increased capacity, but it's got a lot more speed. We can use that to our advantage. We've also got the Lander, which was introduced in 1891. It carries up an extra couple of passengers, and it's, well, a little bit faster compared to the other routes. So we're going to be using this. And then train wise, if I show you the train route, oh no, the train depot is over here now. If I show you the train depot, we've now got this PLM 220, which has got a top speed of 60 kilometers an hour. But remember that when you set a train up, the train is only as fast as your slowest component. But at the moment, the top speed we've got at the moment here is 50 kilometers now. So if we put this on a goods line, we wouldn't be going any faster than the VR. Plus we'd be paying a lot more in support. But we do have this compartment car. If I click on passengers, you can see we've now lost the other one. We've now got this compartment car, which was arrived in 1883, and this is 60 kilometers now. So that actually provides an opportunity to actually upgrade our passenger line here, which is something we could possibly look at. Maybe it's a bit of an experiment. Let me just see how many on here. We could replace these completely. these. No, actually, I'm going to leave that just for the moment, guys. We'll come back to that later on. I don't want to get too distracted because we've got a lot to work to do down in the south around Nuneaton. Because if you watch the previous video, you'll be aware that I set these routes up here. And what I did off camera is I finished off all the connections in here. So what we've got now is I've got this oil well connected to the oil refinery. We've got this farm connected up to Spalding for food purposes. So we've now locked these farms in. And what I've done is I've gone for a separate line through here. I think I actually laid the first line through, but I've actually finished it off now. So we've got everything all connected in, and what that means that what we're getting here, as you can see, that but we've got no demand. The only demand we've got for what you call it, food or bread, whatever it's called, food, is here. And you can see that this is actually building up in Spalding. I don't know what the line is here. Let me just take a quick look at the line here. It says 30, 92. We could put some extra, couple of extra vehicles on here. We put on, clone in a couple of extra vehicles. 110. Probably going to grow, so on there as well. That takes 119. This is quite heavily full. We could possibly just expand this a little bit, just so that we got a little bit more. Probably going to fill up anyway. What that will mean is that we're going to get more output from the food factory going into Spalding here. So that's the current situation. Now, what I want to do is set up a fairly complex route, and it's going to be a mixture of passengers and goods. And just to explain here, we've got Spalding, which has got a reasonable amount of demand here. Go to destinations, you can see we've got a lot of people here. Spalding is 418, but it's shrinking because it needs more fulfillment. You can also see that we've also got materials and tools here. Now, Nuneaton is tiny, but you can see that this actually needs goods, and the passenger demand here is fairly non-existent, 82. But more interestingly, Nuneaton is close to this tool factory here. So what we're going to have is an opportunity to bring tools in here to send tools to Spalding, and then of course down here we've got Immingham that needs tools and materials here. And what we got here, again, Immingham's not that big, but we can give a little bit of a shove, and you can see there's a little bit of demand there. So what I've done is extended the passenger station to here. So the first thing we're going to do is set up a little bit of a route through here, so that we can get some passenger demand created from the get-go. In fact, let's look at the dispersal. So the passengers are on this side. My instinct is if we push this road across to here, like that, and then we've got, so we could put a passenger line, not a passenger, yeah, a passenger line behind this area here, and I think we'll do that. Now, Immingham does have a lot of potential, so what I'm going to do from the get-go is we're going to use this, and of course we're going to have two because we've actually got the we can add tram tracks. Actually, what I will do is we're going to put the tram tracks in from the beginning. No, I'm going to keep it simple to begin with, and then we'll change it later on as Immingham grows. I don't want to incur too much in the way of expenses at the moment. I know I've got piles of money, but piles of money aren't particularly that helpful. What I want to do is try and run this initial route through the industrial area, and by doing that we might kind of get away from the pollution, but the problem is we're going to get that route through there. if I put this here, I'm going to miss out those tools. So I think we'll just put you in there for the moment. We'll create a route there. 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 Is that it? Kind of got a bit of a leg loop there. I think that I don't like the idea of that going through the center, so what we'll do is we'll kind of draw a line down here. Line 1, King's Road, and yeah, that'll push this round all this way. This would be Immingham. Pass clockwise like that, and then let's say later on we'll probably replace this with trams, but I don't think there's really enough people moving around here. Hopefully it will grow quite quickly, and we'll call this, so these are like lines just to create a little bit of demand. Pass twice, and I think we've got this over here. We got no depot, so what we'll do is we're probably going to be putting routes and other bits and pieces, so we'll put a depot just about there, and we'll start with buying start with, say, this is quite a fairly long route, so actually we'll start with 4, and we'll assign you to Birmingham clockwise. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I think from the beginning with a passenger line, if you equate the number of vehicles to the number of stations, it's a kind of good starting point. It's not totally practical, but it should. What that should do, check the routes. What that's going to do is just get a little bit of load coming out to this way. Now, Nuneaton is really a one-horse town, so my game, we'll keep it simple just for the moment. In fact, I'm kind of a bit inclined with Nuneaton at the moment to just literally put I mean, that covers virtually everything. If we just put a single stop there and go to there, Nuneaton, pass clockwise. Whoops, what happened there? I think we're just going to go with the one route running round, actually, to be honest. Can't really see the point of putting anything particularly special here. We'll put the depot out here for a reason which will become apparent. I'm going to put it over there, actually. Keep it away from the train station. That is the road depot, isn't it? And we're just going to buy 2 of these. And we're going to assign you to clockwise. So we've got that there. Now we need to get Spalding has got a fair amount of demand, so I think with respect to Spalding, we might as well go all in for the maybe the tram from the get-go. Past. Let me just drop a tram depot about a tram depot very quickly. So I can saves me going all the way up to how fast is this? This is 27 kilometers an hour. So okay, good. Okay, we're going to put electric tram lines in. Moment. Whoops. I'm confusing myself here. Nope, I want a road. I'm going to run a road from there. I think that would be the thing. So we're now going to put electric trams in. And I think to begin with, we're just going to run to there. And run a route. I want to put that would be nice if I can just put you far, put you about there, and we'll run a just there. Then we'll upgrade you. Now we've got a tram line in there, and I think we're going to come down through here, 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 and we'll run out that way for the moment. Seems a long route, but the game will be expanding, so just put the wrong I was putting ordinary trams in, so go round. So do it again. Go here, 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 here. So we've now got a route round here, and we're gonna put in the tram stop in. We'll start. We'll start about here, go round to about here, up to there. Right, we didn't quite cover this area, but that's okay. I think we can cover it from about. We'll put the tram stop about there, and we'll put another one about there. So we should get a nice circular route round. And up there, 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 there. We've got a nice route running around the town here, and we'll call you Spalding as clockwise, and then new line. Go opposite route. There. There, there, there. Will take us back to St. John's route. We'll put Spalding Mass was. And I mean, what I could do is create a backwards and forwards route, but I like these circular routes just to get going. Okay. So vehicles, buy those. I think we'll start with about 5. Holding. That's twice. Buy another 5. Yeah. Set you up to Spalding anti-clock. And out they come our little electric trams. I'm not actually sure why they got horses. Did I buy the right ones? The wrong ones. Okay. Which route did I get wrong? Spalding, nice vehicle, select all. Replace. That's better. So we've now got a situation here. I could set the whole planned route up from the get-go, but what I want to do is we've got an option now. We know Nuneaton needs goods. Doesn't need many. He only needs 28. And we've got an option here because this plastic is being shipped up to here. We've got an option, and at the moment we're producing stuff here, but it's not going anywhere. So what we're going to do is set up a route, what you call the base route. In fact, we'll start at Nuneaton. And so what I'm going to do is set the route up in 2 stages as we create the demand for tools, because we need Nuneaton needs tools, Spalding needs a tool, Nuneaton needs goods, and also Immingham needs tools. And we got a tool factory there, so what we're going to do is bring the tools into Nuneaton here, and then what's going to happen is that will then be shipped up to Spalding using a mixed train of passengers and thingies. So well, that's the theory anyway. So we're going to start here. We're going to start with the passenger train. Now I'm not going to add the goods just at, and what we have to do then, this is where it goes here. We need to drop off Nuneaton freight. Now it's very important that when you're setting these routes up, you get the sequence of the stations going. So we got passenger, freight. So come here. Now what we need to begin with, we don't need to run this up to here. So we're going to run you to there. Yeah, I know it's cannot connect all stations, and I think, and then Spalding. No, cancel. Wrong one. Nearly made a mistake there. The order, the sequence is key here. Yes, Spalding passengers. And now what that's telling me is it can't get back to the station here. And then we're going to connect to there, Nuneaton passengers. Of course, it can't actually do anything there. Then we're going to run all the way down to Immingham over there. And that should make the line solid. And then you're going to have to come back to here, pick up the freight. So what we got is, we'll start from here. We've got passengers from Immingham. We've got the freight who can pick up the goods, which will take it to Nuneaton and drop off the freight here. We'll have to put a freight line in to create the demand, and then it would go up here, drop off the passengers, run all the way back to Nuneaton again, and then through to Immingham. So what we'll call this? What do we call this? We'll call it Nuneaton Mass Goods. We because it is going to be a combination. So, but eventually what happens, we will split the lines apart. But to begin with, I just want to do this combination one, partly because it's fun anyway. So now I think we're going to stick with, I think I would like to use this. So we're going to build you. This carries 11 people. We're going to start small, so we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess capacity of 44 people. Now, cargo wise, we need this because this is going to carry. This could carry tools, food, and goods. So we're going to add 1, 2. What's that? That's 8, 12, 16 at the moment. And we're going to buy 1. And then we're going to allocate you to Nuneaton. Now it's not much of a start, but because we need to generate that interest. So train's going to come out here. You can see it's going to lose money. Now the next thing we're going to need to do is put in a goods pickup here, and we're going to need it fairly big. And I want it possibly off to the side here for a reason which I'll explain in a little while. So we're going to put in a, oops, I don't want that platform. Station. I don't want tram tracks on it. This, when you play with trams, it's something you do need. We're going to expand out that way. Actually, I'm going to put you about there. Like that. Actually, I'm going to put you, I'm going to rotate you. I'm going to put you in about there. That. Then we can go in here. Configure straight away. And we're going to have street access. I think that will come out that way. You can always play with this later on. You put there. Oops. Hang on. Oh, I'm in upgrade mode. That's my fault. Like that. We've now got this station here. What we need to do is find out where the tools are in Nuneaton. I think most, not tools, goods. We've got goods are in this little area here. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put the truck stop there and just keep it simple and encourage future growth. You to there and you to there, and then we're just going to create a very simple line from there, there. We call you, oh, not mud, Nuneaton goods JL delivery. And to say the demand isn't very much. It's, well, it's 28. So what we're probably going to need, we're going to keep it simple again. Begin with cargo. We'll use these. We'll start with like 4 of them, and we'll set you to goods. We didn't set the route up properly. Allow you to Nuneaton South. You just wait here for, yeah. Well, we'll leave you like that. And look at the line now. See what the train is doing. Wait, where are you? Train is probably down here somewhere. Where are you? Can't find it. Now we are going to lose an absolute fortune on this line until it builds up. Put the line there. Now, first clue that we've actually got, wow, 31 people on here. Okay. It looks like this line is building up very quickly. Rate 29. Okay, what we're going to do is we're just going to slip on double that capacity. Get that going. We'll go up to Spalding. Because real risk here is whether there's going to be queues. So here's our train. Got a few passengers on it. Good. We already get passengers coming up here. How's the routes up here? Wow. Okay, it says passenger. Where are you? Okay. Butchers at this guy. I think what we will do is put an extra ram on that way round. That's obviously the most popular way round, because we're getting people. Yeah. Right. Right, Spalding is certainly waking up quite considerably. What is there? Just want to check here. I think we're going to make a case very quickly for 2 trains, actually. But we're just let it build up for the moment. We are going to double this. Put you on there. Right, the next thing I want to do is I want this line to settle down a bit. I want to see whether, because we should now create a demand. If I can find some ships on my route here, we come up to here. Yeah, you can see now this is actually putting plastic, putting goods on this line, which means that this line ship here, if we just follow him quickly, he's going to deliver plastics to the line here. So go into there, he should pick up goods. Then those goods will get shipped down to Immingham, and then those goods will then be shipped up to Nuneaton. So just come in here, see how much he picks up in the way of goods. He's just going to unload all that lovely plastic, make some money, and he's loaded 18 goods. Great. So we've now got that route running there. Now, so what I want to do now is we've got this area here, and at the moment this produces nothing. So what we're going to do now is we're going to put a road out here, and now I could put the road there, but what I'm going to do is we're going to go wide a little bit, partly because we've got a coal mine over there. and I want to, whoops, don't want it to spend cost too much, and we're going to bring the road across the back here like this. And we're up to there, and the, yeah, because this is the in route, isn't it? Or was it the out route? This is the in route. How's the route flowing through here? Let me just have a look. Yeah, this route is good. The only problem I've got is the actual load capacity. I've trapped myself here. Okay. Bit of a change here, guys. We're gonna I'll go. We get a little bit carried away here. And we're the road connection, put it at a little bit of an angle. You may have to expand this even more at a later date. And then, so we've got this road through here. And what I'm going to do is put a depot. Yeah, really needs a single pickup depot. No, I don't want tram tracks. We'll put you about there. Again, we're just going to expand this straight away. Cargo. And then we're going to put a route up from here. To here. Not that enamored with that. Plus I don't, we're gonna have to change the color. We can actually see. And we've got these here, and we're going to buy some vehicles. We're going to use these contacts on this route, and we're going to about start with about 10. Can't remember naming the line, so yeah. Is this route working? I might want to the axis going out that way. You may need to fiddle this a little bit more. If we can, if that changes the route. Horrible. That's kind of looping round this way. If we can flip the terminals a bit. And I need to put you on that one there. That's that. What's this direction? From here. Yeah, this is out, but it's kind of looping around this area here. This is a bit of a mess, to be honest. I think what we'll do is remove you. Put this the other way. How's that route now running? You're still pretty manky. What we will do is remove you. If that's actually improved though. Okay. Let these guys get out the way. We'll remove this road here. And then we're... Oops. Bigger. And we're... A little bit of a fast one like that. Now we're... Again. That one's flowing quite nicely. That one's still a bit of a basket case. I think what we'll do now is just put you on 2, you on 1. So this guy's got a double loop now. This guy's got, well, you've got you coming up that way. You're doubling out that way. Actually, let me just try something. Sometimes if you add another... Actually change the route a little bit. Comes in, is that way. Okay, I'm just gonna try another option. Feed in from that position. Remove. Review. Right, so we got, might have a bit of a, that's kind of coming in and that way. That's a little bit better, but it's not brilliant. Under this, I say this game can be a little bit frustrating sometimes, and if we, I will get it there eventually, I promise. Like that. That one's still a bit of a basket case. That one's what I'm looking for. The Nuneaton one direct delivery is okay. Nuneaton. I'll just call this Nuneaton Tools. So we've now got this kind of setup with a split route. Actually, one thing I didn't do with Nuneaton Tools is manage line. What we got over here, lower Nuneaton, set you to wait until full. Now comes the fun bit. What we've got to do is pick up the passenger line here. Nuneaton passenger goods, manage the line. We've got Nuneaton freights, which is going that way. That is good. And because we've got the line, this will now pick up Nuneaton passenger, Nuneaton freight. Got Spalding passengers. And then what we need to do is add Spalding freight there. That will go back to, so that will go to Spalding. What that should do is create the demand going north to Spalding. Now we got Nuneaton passengers, and we need to and Nuneaton freight that way, which will then take the tools back to, we've got Immingham West, and we actually need, then we need Immingham here, go to Immingham West, Immingham, and then we got, oops, there we got Immingham West. Okay, I think that should be it. So we've now got that route there. What we need to do now is put in here. What's up you? There's no path. Finish line. There's Immingham West. Where it's happening? Down here somewhere. Okay, no, that's not Immingham West. Okay, we've got a problem here. Bigger. Oops, no. Yeah, thank you. Configure terminals. Now, one of these routes needs to go. Let me just see how that route actually fits. That's it. Okay. You should go that way. It says you've got no path. What's going on here? Platform here. Bigger. We've got this back to front. Okay. This is where the fun starts. I need to go to manage line. Yep. Move Nuneaton freight. That will loosen the train up. What we got, the freight line is there, so we've actually got to add Nuneaton that way so it lines out. I put them in the wrong order. That's what's actually causing that problem. Okay. So if we now come down here, let's check the flow through here, make sure that is, this is right. Yeah, this is flowing through here. We've now got goods on this platform, and so we've now got the route set up. What we got to do now is create the interest. Here we got nothing, so what we need to do now is get deliveries to the tools in this area. Here. I'll be completely honest, this is a passage line. We can't use that. Kind of, that will cover most of the tools in this area. So that there, create another new line. Gainsborough tool. What was that? Gainsborough Tool Factory. Where's? Oh, did oh, sorry, I've got to go up and check this. Oops, where's Gainsborough? Oh, it's this thing up here. Yeah, well, you can disappear and hopefully you get replaced with something a little bit better. Yeah, I'm not worried about them. Immingham, go down to Immingham. Right, what we were doing is, did I actually set the route up for? So we've got to set up a new line. We've got to pick up from here. And we've got to go to there. And this will be Immingham Tools delivery here. But here we're going to use these trucks. Okay. got a bit more speed. We'll start with 3 trucks on here. Just quickly check that route. You've got... Oops. Where do those vehicles go? Did I assign them? Nope. Haha. If you actually assign them to the route. So the route now got delivery of 23, 47. So probably could do with a couple more trucks from the get-go. Fine. Immingham. Tools delivery. Oops. So that would get these guys going. This route, could you please just wait loaded? Annex, I don't want you running backwards and forwards, wasting money. And you can see we got the tool, everything, we've got tools piling up here. And what we got to do now is should now start get, well, we got the demand coming through here. What we should get is eventually tools from here. See, we've actually shipping some tools now. So should be shipping them here. Now, what we got to do next, and finally, what we got to do is connect up. A lot of passengers here. What are you waiting for? Oh, they're not. They're okay. So what we got to do now is set our line up here. Find the tools delivery. Of course, the tools are right smack bang in the middle of town. I think we could just put you there, and we've got our depot here. I think we're just going to leave this exclusively delivering food. My instinct is to put a proper depot here for onward delivery, because it will mean that we've got because this would just be a pickup point, and this has got a bit of a queue in it already. So I think we're put a kind of depot out here. Now we'll start simple, and then I can always change it later on. I think I'm making things a little bit overcomplicated already. So Stainsford Oil Refinery. Now that could be very interesting. That will come into here. What's line 1? This would be Spalding Tools 3. That line there, you've got no routes. With me just accidentally clicking on something. And again, we're depot. What is the demand for tools here? 27. So if I start with about 4 of these, 4 of our cargo type. That's a tram station. Don't want to do that. Start with 4 of these. I'm just going to allocate you to Spalding Tools Delivery. And we're come here, manage line, Spalding Halt. Set you up, full pickup. So what we should get now is an end-to-end. Tools will be delivered. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to let the line settle down. Actually, we've got the trains just come in here. Let's just have a little bit of a run round. So you can see here we immediately picked up 16 tools. We've got 44 passengers. So we may need to expand this train a little bit. He's going to, or either that or add another train. You can see we're actually starting to make money now. Because we're now running up to here. Lost a bit of speed there, but we're okay. So here we are. We're just coming into the station. See, we've got lots of passengers waiting for the train. I'm not exactly sure how that actually happened. He came in on this station and he actually unloaded that because we've got, let's just work this out. That shouldn't have happened. Look at this line. That doesn't make sense. Spalding passengers, Spalding freight. You came into there. You shouldn't be coming up on that line. You should be coming up on this line. Terminal 2 for. You should be on 1. Okay, the game seems to be happy, but I don't understand this, but I'll take it. Somehow the train thinks that that one is actually there. That means that I need to get. I'm not going to refuse. The line was meant to come into here and then back out that way, but if we've got a shared platform here, I'm quite happy there. What I am interested in to see is I've got any trucks running around here. Yeah, it did work. That was completely unexpected. And running out of time on this, I'm just going to let the game run. What I will do is we're just going to go up to Stanisford, because it says that we've got a oil refinery here. The trouble is we don't have any oil fields around here, do we? We've got an oil field there, an oil field there. This could be very useful if we could get a fuel depot. What is your Birkenhead Immingham Chemicals, Birkenhead Fuel Refinery? So we've only really got 2 sources, but the Immingham Chemicals could be useful, but that would be a very long route, and then we would have to deliver the oil up to this oil refinery. I'm very tempted, but I'm not sure it's going to work. Anyway, guys, this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting. I think our economy is a little bit in trouble. Well, most of our routes are starting to make money, but we've got Stainsford food I need to sort out. But that'll be the subject of the video next time. These routes are going to need to bed in a little bit. It's like our tram routes here doing pretty good. Actually, Spalding's quite a turn up for the book. Actually, that's making a bit of cash. Our trains are all making money now. and our ships. So we've just got a few problems with truck lines, but they will bed down. I've got a possible solution for Stanisud food, but until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.